Welcome back to the gardening channel. Got the live stream up and running. Got the Euro. That's the setup right there. You got to have one of these. Get back on that live stream, right? Got some soft jazz music for you. Hope you enjoy the stream. This is a free dragon fruit rooted giveaway. So tonight we're going to be pollinating this puppy. This is dragon fruit. This is a flower and it blooms at night, once a night. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. All the comments that were in the previous live stream, don't worry, I'll count those in. I got a screenshot of it. And we're just going to pollinate this one, collect some pollen, and then I'll head over to another flower. We'll collect that pollen as well. So we'll cross pollinate them. It's officially dragon fruit season. Let's grow. All right. Welcome back to the gardening channel with Hot Potato. Today we're gonna talk about Bud and Bloom booster, and we just gave this away. So we're gonna do a little fertilization tonight on all the dragon fruits because their pores open up at night. So I'll be right back. I just heard the other day that you've been worried about my state. Then maybe I'm at home in tears alone. And if our last goodbye left me wondering why. All right, here's the giveaway for tonight. This is a wild berry Skittles cutting, and it's about maybe 20 inches. So we're gonna give this one away tonight, and I'll ship it to you guys for free. Let's see if I can show you. So this is a wild berry Skittles cutting. It's nice and rooted. It's funny. The hole is sticking out through the bottom of the pot. So that's wild berry Skittles. I'll have to wait for the soil to dry out so I can ship it really easily. Also put a wild berry Skittles um, very small piece here. So this is just like a really small cutting that I took, and typically I actually do this quite frequently. I take these small cuttings and they root out very well. It's quite amazing. All right. See if I can put this one visualize right there. I'm just gonna prepare a mixture for fertilizing all the dragon fruits tonight. I'll take the pollen from this flower in about 30 minutes and we'll pollinate it. Right now, we're going to use this to fertilize it again. I'm just going to use a small container. And tomorrow night, we're going to use a big backpack sprayer. So this is the container we're going to use. I think we just got this at the big box store. Just going to undo it. And this is kind of an old container. So we're just going to pump it up and then start spraying all the leaves here so we can get some more flowers. So I didn't add very much, just a little bit. And then we're gonna fill this with water. Got our hose right here. You know, this fertilizer smells like fish emulsion and kelp extract. All right. That's the good stuff right there. Okay, we'll pop this on here. All right. There's actually a little nozzle that goes on here, so it's leaking naturally when I pump it. Can put some in the pot as well. All right, that looks good. Let's spray this one. I love these mature branches. 3, 4 years old, these dragon fruits. It's amazing how much more they produce, how much bigger the flowers get when you start pollinating the flowers. Once that fruit sets, man, super exciting. One technique that I'm thinking about doing is, you know how like you have this side of the dragon fruit? I can fertilize this side and then wait a few weeks and then fertilize the back side of the dragon fruit as well. And like kind of doing like sections so I can space out the flowers a little bit more so they don't all bloom at once. And then we're gonna pan over here to the left. I'm gonna fertilize some of this dragon fruit here too. Yeah, let's go. Super excited for pollinating these flowers in about a few weeks. And you can do this every 3 days, really, until you start seeing flower buds. I got the Sour Patch Kids growing right here, so I'm really gonna try to fertilize this one the next few days. Tomorrow we'll come out here with the big backpack sprayer and start fertilizing again. Put some in the pot here. Right, that's pretty much it. I'm also going to fertilize later tonight. We're going to do some more fertilizing. We're going to do our cherimoyas tonight. We're giving away a wild berry Skittles cutting tonight. So leave a comment below. Anybody who leaves a comment below gets a free entry into a wild berry Skittles dragon fruit cutting. I'll go get my supplies and then we can go ahead and pollinate this flower. I was actually time lapsing this flower earlier and my phone died. So I'm trying to work on getting the different tools we need to start time lapsing these videos. It'd be sick, dude. It looks so cool. Awesome. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some tools so we can collect the pollen. And this is a self-fertile or a self-fertile dragon fruit variety. So delight. Okay, so now I got my tools, and you guys might all have one of these. I do have an extra one of these that will be given away later in the year. And then I got a couple tools right here. Just a basic brush, obviously some pollen, but I'm not going to use this pollen. I'm just going to use it to collect the pollen and put it in the refrigerator. But first, we're going to dry it out. And there's another flower that's blooming on another trellis right now. So I'm going to go collect that pollen. It's always best to use the freshest pollen possible. So I'll be right back. Oh, check this flower out. Ooh, scratch that. I'm going to take you over to see the other flower. All right. So this is the setup. If you're interested in how you do time lapse videos, that would be super cool to see you guys, the YouTube channels out there, recording this. So these are the Neewer lights, and you can get them everything on Amazon. And then I have this light right here, this circle one. This one's not actually on. So, and then for the setup, it's a good idea to have some internet connection if you're doing a live stream. And then right here is the big backpack sprayer we're going to use tomorrow. So I don't know if the light's going to come over here. Light off, light on. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, it's pretty dark. Anyways, let me go get some light. Let's see here. Where's the light on here? Maybe that'll work. Got some little epidemic sound. All right. I think what I'll do is use the vacuum. All right. I can't believe how many new varieties of dragon fruit are going to be out in the next 5 years. I'm blown away by everything that we have been doing. Cool. Especially Wilford from Ox Dragon Fruit. So got some pollen right there. That's good. Making a mess here. Cool. Heck yeah. Mickey Mouse in the house. Mix equal parts. Oh, that's a good idea. I might do that. Cool. Oh, that's a good idea. Good recipe. Tomorrow I'm gonna go check out that that place to go get some more perlite and pumice. All right. Cool. Why not load her up? Guess we can collect some pollen. I don't know. I really like the vacuum technique because it you don't get pollen all over the place. It really allows you to collect a lot of pollen. This variety is Delight. Is there some website or Excel sheet someone made with all this info? Haha. I know, right? Nice. We need to have another dragon fruit festival. That would be sick. You know, it would be really cool if Paul from Rare Dragon Fruits was to host the Dragon Fruit Festival, or, Richard was to host it. Maybe we could do it at Alex's farm. That would be cool. I remember going to the rare fruit or the festivals for dragon fruit, and they were awesome. So many different varieties to taste all at once. People demonstrating flower pollinating, everybody coming together, sharing cuttings. They need to get back to that, especially here in Southern California. If you're in Florida, they have a Florida mango festival, and I think I'm going to go next year. I won't be able to go this year because I'll be going to the Philippines. All right, got some pollen. Let's dry that out overnight. I just leave it in this bowl overnight, and then, the dehydrator packets and all that good stuff. Oh, yeah, the Charles Lee conflict. That's crazy, man. You know, I got a lot to say about that. It's interesting that if you're collecting anything at all, there's becomes this addictive side to doing things, and it becomes obsessive. Now, from the outside, I'm not sure what's going on. So, but what it looks like to the open public, without knowing the full story, is that Charles Lee, basically, he's trying to steal Richard Richard's dragon fruit. And I said, "Whoa, that's crazy, Why is he trying to steal Richard's dragon fruit?" You know? And to me, it just seems like the final collection, like you're trying to finish that final collection. I mean, Charles, he has so many dragon fruits, different varieties, and you got to respect that, whatever it is, there's different personalities out there, and that's how it's going to be. So, I don't know. I mean, I hope that Charles can, somehow make, I don't know, a public apology or whatever. It's not about his ego or anything. It's just, saying sorry to Richard. That's all Richard really wanted, to for him to own it up and just kind of admit, "Hey, this is what I'm trying to do." And you could just leave it at that. That's what I would do. I mean, Charles is awesome. And Richard's awesome too. Like, I just want to see people come together, and it doesn't have to be like that. Whatever. It is what it is. But that's crazy. Richard's the man, bro. Telling you. He been growing dragon fruit like crazy. That's He's a busy guy, businessman. I love Richard. He's a cool guy. I can't I don't know anybody who doesn't like him. Yeah, that's what the post says. So, Chef John, yeah, he didn't have to go behind his back to do that. You're not wrong. If ever something like that happened to me, and say like I was Charles and Richard got pissed at me, I would just be like, "You know what? I'm sorry." Cuz that's pretty messed up. I have a lot of varieties from Richard, actually. And if he were to tell me, "Hey, don't release this to the public," then I wouldn't. Now, what if something happened where, you have all these varieties and you forget, or whatever happens, and then you just own up to your mistake? What did Richard say exactly? He's basically saying, "Watch out for this guy, Charles Lee." And he sent a whole bunch of text messages trying to catch Charles about like what he's gonna say. Basically wants it on paper. And Sherblotto looks amazing, by the way. That variety looks so cool. I would love to have that variety. I don't have it. That's a collector's item, you know what I mean? So Richard Lee says, "Beware of Charles from Lewy Farms. I want to share something with the group for awareness. Recently, this is what I'm reading. This is what he posted. I found out through a friend that my unreleased variety, Sherblato, was trying to be acquired and circulated without my knowledge. So basically, it's like somebody coming in your backyard and taking the variety, and it was surprising to him. So he said essentially because Charles, like he knows Charles, he's always had a good pass with him. This one time, something happened. So I don't know the full story. That's crazy. And he said this time is different, and I wasn't. I was honestly caught off. He was caught off guard about it, the whole situation. So I mean, I spoke to Richard about it. He's like, "Hey, I'm shocked about it still." You know, the day he posted that, I was sending love to Richard saying, "Hey, bro, sorry what happened. Like, let's hold our heads up, whatever, you know." And he said he was still shocked. So save the drama for your mama. So sad, man. The work and time it takes, the hybridized varieties, just for somebody to try to take it. Yeah, dude. I think that's very common in the rare fruit world. Like, I go up to Papaya Tree Nursery in Granada Hills, and I visit that nursery, and he has varieties that he planted inside. Oh, there's a possum right there. Damn, bro. Come to visit to say hi on the gardening channel, huh? What's up, dude? He probably smells the fertilizer. Anyways, yeah, I go up to the papaya tree nursery, and every single time I buy a plant there, he's telling me about all this rare stuff that he's done. For example, all the Fullerton Arboretum plants, like his dad planted all that stuff. So there's a deep history, and he knows how to hybridize. He was telling me about mangoes and how you hybridize mangoes and how difficult it is. Because I was telling him, like, hey, um, I'm trying to hybridize dragon fruit. And he's like, oh, that's cool. And then he started talking about hybridizing mangoes. But, you know, Florida's got the mangoes. I remember watching a live YouTube stream or a YouTube video about how those rare varieties of mangoes came about in Florida. And basically, the guy who made it, I forget his name, he was smelling all the budwood and from all the seedlings, and he was basically testing all the budwood to see what it would smell like, and then that's how he chose all the varieties. So I got to thinking like, well, what if you smell the flowers of the dragon fruit? If you start smelling all the flowers, what would that smell like? Yeah, Papaya Tree Nursery though, they're amazing. They focus on like fast turnaround cycle. It's a really small nursery. It's a nice flower tonight. I like how it's like kind of thin right here and it just kind of like spaces out a little bit. I can't wait to start recording some of the other flowers. Yeah, every plant that I buy from Papaya Tree Nursery is crazy. His name's Alex Silber. He really got me into growing dragon fruit and cherimoyas actually. The Papaya Tree Nursery is in Granada Hills. It's like basically a cornerstone in Southern California for a rare fruit community. It's actually a multi-generation operation. His dad, David, started it. And now it's run by his son, Alex. Alex is a really cool guy. He specializes in virtually. any tropical or subtropical that can be coaxed to thrive in the Mediterranean climate. Yeah, Alex, really, really cool. I got nothing bad to say about him. Every single plant that I buy from him grows like tremendously. And he's in like all the research studies and stuff like that too. If you Google him and search, he's like a well-respected gardener. He's got extensive like grafting experience. His dad planted all the trees out in Fullerton Arboretum. If you want to go taste wild, all these tropical fruits like white sapote, the Subel variety that gets really, really large. It's like 2 pounds almost per fruit. And then the mulberries over there, the canistel. Um, I don't think they have any mango trees over there. They have a lot of different rare varieties. They got ice cream bean, which would probably be ripe right now. You could probably go taste some ice cream bean. All right, let's see what's up in the chat right now. Beautiful flower. I'll get there. Yeah, I definitely want to try making my own hybrids one day. Yeah, dude, just go for it. I mean, you save the pollen and then that's how you do it. To be honest, like I'm halfway there, right? Like I started with Richard seeds, so I haven't really hybridized my own dragon fruit. It's all Richard's, so I got to give credit where credit's due. All right, let's see how this is the audio coming through on this. All right, let's see how this is the audio coming through on this. Oh, cool, good. You know, when I was up at Alex papaya tree nursery, you guys should Google that place. He had given me like some curry leaf tree and some other stuff. I forget what it was, like allspice. And then he's like, "Hey, take this and make a tea out of it and then drink it. It's really good for your health." And I did that and my whole kitchen smelled so amazing. I think some people they put like cloves in their coffee and stuff like that. If you're ever interested in going to Papaya Tree Nursery, I'll just mention one last thing. They do same day appointments. So you can just go ahead and call him and set up an appointment. Their address is 12422 El Oro Way, and that's in Granada Hills. It's like a suburban home. He also sells mangoes, which where I got my mango from. And actually, he sells the Paul Thompson mango, the same Paul Thompson who made all the dragon fruit varieties. Like this flower right here is from Paul Thompson's Delight. And David, Alex's dad, knows Paul Thompson, or he knew Paul Thompson. David's still alive. Me, I spoke to David for about a half hour at the nursery. If you ever go to the nursery and you get a chance to talk to his dad, it's really interesting. Cool. I guess I could talk about Paul Thompson. If you know anything about Paul Thompson, you know that he created all these different varieties of dragon fruit. Oh, look at this guy. What's up, buddy? uh, I'm so used to those guys now. So, yeah, Paul Thompson, he's legendary. Like back in 1968, they actually co-founded the Rare Fruit Growers Association. a lot of mango growers, like they're super excited about mangoes. Like, I wish that we could grow mangoes here a lot better. At least my skill set was better for growing mangoes. But Paul Thompson's cool. He's basically the father of pitahaya in California. And just like us, we're basically doing the same thing Paul Thompson is doing. Like high-end hybrids like the Asunta series and Wildberry Skittles. Paul Thompson is essentially the historical architect, for the fruit we're growing. It's so cool. I don't know if anybody's gotten a chance to read Paul Thompson's book. I read it a couple times. It's worth diving into. Every now and then I'll look at it just to kind of reminisce about, what dragon fruit was about back in the day. I remember opening up the book every single time there was a UCI event for the dragon fruits. His book is something new fruit crop in Southern California. Learning a lot from Tall Thompson and his hybrids. Yeah, I don't know. He really knew what he was doing. There's more to the story about like growing tropical fruits than you really think, and especially if you get into the science of it. Even Alex Silver was giving me little tips like, how do you root your seedlings? You want your seedlings to have strong roots. Like, if you think about a root system, what is the strongest root system? And you kind of have like a chair, like you have three-pronged chair. How do you want your roots to form? Like, what's a strong root base to get your scion or your rootstock to skyrocket? Like my Subel white sapote over there is just like skyrocketing. My parents have a seedless guava called guapo. It's like an apple and a guava mixed together. It's a seedless guava, and that thing grew like crazy too. He's not cheap, that's for sure. I think like the legendary mix. Yeah, offline. Yeah, yeah, you can get his book, download it. I'm sure if you just Google it, you can just get it for free. I know that Paul mentioned that too at one point. I remember when Paul was at the Dragon Fruit Festival and he gave a speech and he was talking about the book. It's actually in the files. If you look at the files for the Facebook page, the Grafting Dragon Fruit, you can download it for free. I'm actually writing a book right now too, just dragon fruit stuff. It's not done yet, obviously. Yeah, but the Pitahaya, that was published back in 2000, dude. It's 26 years ago. I think it's time for an update. I really hope Paul from Rare Dragon Fruits creates a book. Paul's like an encyclopedia for dragon fruit. Dude, the legendary Nitzel in Rixford Cross, that's so sick. I mean, think about all the varieties Paul Thompson created. S1, physical graffiti, It's like purple and it has high production. S2, Cosmic Charlie, and it has that distinct grape flavor. S3, which is Delight, that's this flower. It's self-fertile. It's not self-pollinating because, look how far apart this is. And a lot of hybridizers, they're getting like really close to self-pollinating and self-fertile. So it just needs to be right there. And then purple haze, it's large, it's sweet, and the thorns are like stemless. I mean, there's no thorns. Pretty cool, right? And then sugar dragon, the universal pollinator, even though it produces small fruit, it's got super high bricks and it's fertility. So self-pollinating, self-fertile. That's what I like about the cross. I don't know what the deal is with Wallace Ranch hybrid seedling. That's a pretty cool variety. It's like a large sugar dragon, basically. I'm super excited for Richard's next round of hybrids, actually. I mean, I can't believe the wildberry Skittles. That thing is amazing. That's going to be a popular variety for a long time. Yeah, WBS. There's a convention coming up soon this Saturday and Sunday. It's the Epiphyllum Festival. I'll be going to that. So if anybody wants to go there, just give you a heads up. I can give you more information about it here. But on Sunday, they're actually going to be displaying the flowers, and I'm hoping to get some pollen so we can cross pollinate. I got the Spice Taquan epiphyllum that we're trying to get to flower eventually. I'm holding off on it. I think next year that's when I'll start with that one. Super excited about that. So basically I'll be attending the San Diego Epiphyllum Society. It's on Mother's Day, so don't forget about Mother's Day. It's a sale and it's in Balboa Park this year. And then they're seeing more and more people at these festivals. A lot of people are interested in orchids, but orchids have gotten quite expensive. So epis are kind of like a lot cheaper than orchids right now. And we can crossbreed these dragon fruits. Sour Patch Kids right here. I'm trying to root on Mother's Day. I know, right? Well, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, it's cool to create some incredible intergenetic hybrids. I mean, that's basically what they did to get all those flowers, right? Like Edgar created all those varieties. He's crossing the epiphyllums. When I went over to Wilford's place, he had epis in his farm and then he had epis in his house too. But if anybody's interested in joining or wants to nerd out over epiphyllums and hybridization, I'll be there. I work on Friday night. So Saturday morning, I was thinking about taking the train down from Santa Barbara to the Epiphyllum Festival and just get a like a Airbnb or a hotel. There's some nice hotels down there actually. And then go there for Saturday and Sunday morning. And then so the hours are so May 9th, that will be 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that's when they have their big plant slash cutting sale, and that's best for grabbing breeding stock for epiphyllums. And then they also have Sunday, which is 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that's like the main flower show. That's where you can take all your pictures and everything. And check this out, the admission is free. It's so crazy. Like when you're a nerd about really specialty things and then it's like free to get in. That's a little bonus. Yeah, it's gonna be great. We'll hopefully we can swap some tips and learn from some people over there. They hybridize epiphyllums just like we hybridize dragon fruit here on the YouTube channel. And yeah, it's cool. Actually, last year, Don Burnett won the, I think it was called Instant Karma. Let me see if I can pull it up here. So this is Instant Karma. This is a flower, Instant Karma. Oh yeah, bro. We're pushing late tonight. All right. Check it later. Have a nice night. So that's Instant Karma. Yeah, it's almost 11 o'clock at night. All right, I'll call it a night. Thanks everybody for watching the live stream. I'll do this again tomorrow night. We'll do a live stream and I'll see if we have any more flowers to pollinate. I'll leave up this flower for a little bit longer. If anybody wants to comment on this video, I'll enter you in to win a free cutting or a free rooted Wildberry Skittles dragon fruit cutting. This was created by Richard Lee from Grafting Dragon Fruit. And so I'm just kind of repeating myself here, but this is the Wildberry Skittles, and I'll announce the winner soon. So just comment on this video, and you can win Wildberry Skittles, a variegated dragon fruit variety. And this is what you're going to win right here. And until then, you guys take care. Sucks I have to work, but enjoy in some videos. Yeah, I know. It's quite late. I work night shift right now, so it's like noontime for me. You guys have a nice night. I'll put some music on.